All right, guys, given the evidence of how we are raised, guys, how I came out of my mother and how my mother and father raised myself, the same way that we raise many other, like everybody in the same manner, non-molded, universal agenda, right? Uh, so how is it that this conversation could have went many years ago? We could have came here to this country as good, and me as a good kid, my parents somewhere else doing what they had to do, and me as a good kid having to do what I had to do, right? Whatever it is. And then you have somebody that probably the very first rapper, the very first person that started rapping. And then I would have to go, CML, why is it that you have to speak like that? Why do you have to rap like that? And then he would say, that's the only way that they know how to speak. And then I would have to say, oh, okay. And then, like, that would be the last thing that entered my mind. And then today, rapping is an industry. But what is it doing to people like AWACS that are not like the people like Cash Money Lavish D? What does that have to do with the people like South Park Mexican that are similar but not like Trey the Truth, the rapper? What does this have to say? It's almost like the very first rapper were like the bad part of us, the bad parts of our species or whatever they had to do. So that it was known that they just start speaking like rappers. Okay. But now it's 2026 and we have to find out and diagnose what is going on. So not only why they're speaking like rappers, but what does that mean biologically for that human being? So that means that they have descended, right? What else does that mean? That we have to understand that if we don't understand what's going on, they lost. Everybody loses. So what is going on, guys? So from the beginning of time, it's almost I was like, hey, why is it that you have to see? But the difference is that South Park Mexican didn't shoot me in the head. But maybe if the young kids ask the wrong person that question, why do you have to talk like that? That's the thing. Kids today, they don't ask that question. They are already indoctrinated. They're already accustomed to that type of language and behavior. And that is what's wrong. That's what's destroying humanity. Humanity, once you are born, you have to, this is why Raymond Case exists. So that way we can always ask, why do you have to talk like that? So that way we can always think critically and not follow along no matter who it is. Thank God for my parents' genuine foundation.